EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium.
Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd and 1, Mahomes throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Chiefs had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back to Walker on first down. And some room to work. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn it into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He completes this to Walker. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From way up at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go. First quarter. But work to be done as they come up. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Straight ahead, Walker. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
Touchdown! Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Devine. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Devine. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Walker. There's some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
The extra point up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burke, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is nearly impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is that efficient defense impossible. But this possession is an empty one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Devine. And the throw there going to be in. Going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he's
got some space here.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for the help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Running left is Walker.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now a give here to Pollard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Ryan Sandwich with a lot of different work he come up with. Maybe go back and forth after that play, get his toes tapped down and make that catch. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it, has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, it's Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Devine. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Man, 206 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports, as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, Devine. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they will take a knee here.